Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Warisalo Arsi, and I would like to explain and show about my analysis article to fulfill final assignment. So let's check together. Okay, before I show the analysis of my article, I will answer about the general about question of general overview. So the first question is briefly explain what the article is about. Okay, this article explores how video-mediated self-reflection helps pre-service English teacher critically examine and reconstruct their teaching beliefs, knowledge, and practice during a teaching practicum. It presents a phenomenological case study of two student teachers using videos and reflective journal to document and make sense of their experience in real classroom settings. And the next question is, why does the study matter? This study is significant because it addresses a research gap in how pre-service teachers engage in meaningful reflection, particularly using video as a tool. It shows that video technological can enhance reflective practice, foster teacher agency, build self-confidence and autonomy, and help students teacher break theory and practice. It also contributes to improving teacher education programs by offering practical insight into how reflective tools can support teacher identity formation. And the last question is, what can you learn from this study? What can you learn from this study in terms of topic, theory, or method? First, the topic, it deepens your understanding of how reflective practice, especially through video analysis, contribute to teacher development. And the theory, it draws on the way and sounds reflective practice theories, highlighting how self-reflection leads to professional growth. And the last, the method is study use a qualitative phenomenological case study with interpretive phenomenological analysis IPA, and critical discourse analysis CDA, demonstrating how rich narrative data can be analyzed to understand life experience. I think enough about the answer for general overview. Okay, this is my analysis of the article. The first is engaging student teacher as constructs, and in video mediated self-reflection as context, and then in teaching practice as purpose. So, okay, in part A, I would like to show the main issues or problem being addressed. The present studies raise the issue of how student-teacher use self-reflective practice mediated by video technology to question their knowledge, belief, and teaching practices. The study addressed the issues of how student-teacher engage in self-reflective practice, specifically through the use of video technology to critically examine their knowledge, belief, and teaching practice during teaching practica. This reflection is seen as essential in shaping their professional identity and development. And the next is how provide empirical studies, particularly in the ITA context, also a reflective approach to the practicum has been well documented. There is still much to be learned about how student teachers and newcomers to the school learn to reflect on their practicum experience. So, Previous research has documented the importance of reflective approaches in initial teacher education (ATA). For example, studies like those by Sternberg, Rajala, and Hilpo have explored theory practice reflection in practicums. However, despite this foundation, there remains a lack of understanding regarding how students, teachers, as newcomers learn to reflect meaningfully on their practicum experience. And uh, sorry, the last is research gap and contribution. To extend research on the use of video-enhanced reflective practice in the practicum context. This chapter reports a phenomenological case study of student-teacher self-reflection during their teaching practica. So, to address this gap, the current study contributes by exploring video-enhanced reflective practice. It presents a phenomenological case study that document how student teacher use video recordings of their teaching, along with reflective journaling to reconstruct their provisional knowledge and beliefs. This study offers deeper insight into how video-mediated reflection support teacher identity formation and pedagogical development. So I think enough for the part A. Next, part B. Okay, in part B, I would like to show about theoretical foundation or main concept. Okay, this is highlight. The authors adopt the concept of reflective practice as introduced by John Dewey and the Donaldsons as the main theoretical foundation. This indicates that reflection is not merely recalling experience, but a critical process for understanding and improving teaching practice. And the next is relevant literature that support the theory in the studies context. So, Person and Stamson, yes. This literature reinforces the idea that reflection is an active and evaluative process, which plays a vital role in the professional development of preserved teacher. And the last is how do they position themselves in relation to existing studies. I'm sorry, I forgetting for the highlight this article. It's about the authors acknowledge prior research contribution, but emphasizes a research gap. They position themselves as extending the existing understanding by focusing on video-mediated reflective practice during teaching practicum. I think enough for the part B. So next. Okay, this is part C, and I would like to show about research context and participant recruitment. I'm sorry. This is about research design, not participant. Okay, this is highlight. And this study used a qualitative designs, specifically a phenomenological case study employing interactive phenomenological analysis APA and critical discourse analysis CDA. This design is appropriate because the studies explore the life reflective experience of two preservists, teacher in an authentic educational context. And next is research contact and participant recruitment. The teaching practicum program in this study was a current course in the ATA curriculum situated in the Department of English Education at one of the private universities in East Java. So, the study was conducted in the context of a mandatory teaching practicum at a private university in Java. The participants of two preservist teachers were selected from this program to be the main focus of the case study. And the third is intervention. intervention. Prior to the teaching practicum, the student teacher were trying to write reflective journal mediated by video technology. So there was an intervention in the form of training on how to write video-mediated reflective journal before the practicum start. This intervention aimed to prepare student teacher for meaningful and critical reflection using technology. And the last is data collection and analysis. I'm sorry. Okay. Data were generated from different sources such as teaching philosophies written by two student teacher, student record videos, and reflective journal, photo voice, and informal talk. So data collection includes student record videos, reflective journal, photo voice, and like that, and informal conversation. For analysis, the research uses APA to interpret personal experience and CDA to explore how discourse shape professional identity and teaching belief. So I think enough about the part C. Thank you. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi